How's it going, YouTube? This is Austin. I'm usually not the person to do these kind of videos or even make videos of myself, but I wanted to start this YouTube channel and start it off by talking about my budget SOPMOD BLOCKII build. So this is a 14.5-inch rifle, and I'm going to start this off by going tip to butt. So here on the top is a BCM A2X extended flash hider. It's a really good flash hider. It mitigates the flash really good. I have no complaints about it. I really do wish I would have gone with a Surefire 4-prong, or at least the muzzle brake, because I knew I was going to be going the suppressor route, but I decided to be cheap and not do that. And then we go down here to this light that I bought recently. I did go a little bit cheaper on that route too. It was about $115 for the Streamlight ProTac Rail 1 mount. But what I'm doing with this is I'm getting the Arasaka offset mount for the light, and then I'm going to be getting the Arasaka tail cap adapter, so I'll be able to run the mod light button with the 7-inch wire. I guess next would be the quad rail. So this quad rail is a Midwest Industries extended carbine quad rail. It's actually a very light, durable quad rail, but my only complaint about this is where the rail meets up to the upper receiver, it is not flush. So if you're looking at getting one of these rails, you might keep that in mind. I might just have gotten the defective one out of the batch, but other than that, it's been very good to me. I have no complaints about it. Then for my foregrip decision, I went with a BCM Gunfighter foregrip. I did cut it because I thought it was a cool boy, but I honestly wish I would have left it alone, just leave it stock, because the functionality of it worked the same as it does now. There was nothing wrong with the way it looked or anything like that, but like I said, I was just trying to be a cool boy. And then I did get some, I believe, Magpul rail covers for this in FDE. Next we can go down to my optic setup. So for my optic setup, I do have Unity mounts, and that would be the Unity micro mount and the Unity FTC Omni mount. I love them. I know a lot of people have them. I have no complaints about it. It's really nice not having to be able to hunker down back on the stock and hunch your neck down real bad. And that's just a really nice feature that I like about it. And for the optics that I went with a Sig Sauer Romeo 5 dot, and then paired it with a Juliet Micro 3x magnifier. The only downside about this magnifier is the eye relief. That's why I have to run the stock really close to the end of my rifle, or fully collapsed almost. I generally like to run it longer than that, but for what I'm using this for, it works out just fine. And on this rifle setup, it does have the quick detach on the Omni mount. I should have done it with the micro mount, but I didn't. And then for the internals in this gun, I just use basic mil-spec enhanced lower parts. The charging handle in this is the BCM Viltor charging handle. I do not know how old it is. I've had it for a very long time, so I didn't need to order it whenever I ordered this upper receiver. There is a BCM bolt carrier group inside here. As we move down to the lower receiver, it is a Spikes tactical lower receiver. I know some of my high boys and mid-tier boys are going to be like, ew, that's worse than Aero Precision, but I don't agree with that. I think you can run whatever lower you want on a rifle, and if it works for you, it works for you. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a fan of the Punisher logo on this. If I could have just got a flat, non-machined lower, I think I would have liked that more. Then as we move down, I do have a dye-free Kung Fu grip, and I did wrap it in some goon tape just for a little bit more grip on it. I have no complaints with it. It is an extremely comfortable grip, in my opinion. No complaints, no complaints. And then for my trigger guard, it's just a basic Magpul one. And then here for the castle nut plate. Don't make fun of me, I know my castle nut is not staked. I'm in the process of doing that. I have this Magpul sling adaptation plate. I've been wanting to switch it out for a quick detach one for my sling. And then here on the rear is a B5 Systems Bravo stock. I could have went with the SOPMOD one, but in my opinion, I think the SOPMOD one is way too bulky. This one is a little bit more slim and doesn't have those extra compartments on the side, which I know a lot of people do like. And then the butt plate on it, it is actually very comfy in the shoulder pocket. And yeah, so I believe that is everything on my rifle so far. I am looking to get into the IR night vision scene. I used it for a little bit one time and I fell in love with it. I just don't have the funds per se currently, but here hopefully in a few months or so I can finally get into that playing field with it and use it a little bit more. But so the cost breakdown on this gun, I should have done that at the beginning of the video, but this flash hider itself is probably around $35. The light setup, including the pressure plate and batteries and a different mounting system for it, it includes an M-LOK mount or a Picatinny rail mount. It is $115, I believe, on Midway USA. I did get my rail directly from Midwest Industries. That ran me about $230. These rail covers were about $18 to $19, I believe, for 6 of them. Or yeah, I think it was 6 of them. And the BCM gunfighter grip ran me around $18.50 to $19. And the entire BCM upper without the handguard and without the charging handle ran me for $668. The lower receiver ran me for $108 without any of the internals. And then, like I said, I just got basic mil-spec enhanced lower parts for probably $100 from Midway USA. And I did get my B5 Systems Bravo stock from Midway USA as well. I got the Die Free Co. Kung Fu grip directly from Die Free Co. for about $20, and this stock ran for $57 on Midway. Now for my optic setup, I think in total it's almost like $850. These Unity mounts are not cheap by any means, and I know that it took me a couple months to convince myself to actually purchase them. But on Midway USA right now, I know they have the FDE in stock. This flip to center mount was $241, and the micro mount was $186, I believe. So it's a little bit cheaper going through Midway instead of going to Unity themselves. And then the optic, the Romeo 5 was $150, and my magnifier was $190. So roughly, give or take, I've spent around $2,100, I would say. But that, again, keep in mind, that's over at least 3.5 to 4 months of waiting for parts or waiting to purchase parts to build this gun. Now, I did build it off this lower because I had this lower on hand already, so I didn't have to go purchase a new one. But I know right now on Midway USA, it was running for that $107, $108 range. But thank you guys for watching the video. I hope you liked it, got a little bit of information. If you have any questions, just leave it in the comments and I will do my best to answer them to the best of my capabilities. Oh, and I forgot to mention, this sling is a Faro Concept sling. It is honestly my favorite sling by far. It is easy to just wrap it around your buttstock, cinch it down, and you're not snagging on anything. But thanks again, guys. Hope you liked the video. Like and subscribe.
Bravo 6, you're gone.